Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. In this video, we discuss a developing story out of Dish Wireless Echostar Boost Mobile. And I posted this over on my X account. If you guys want to follow me there, my handle is @sneedtech. And I post stuff like this all the time. Anyways, the story here is the FCC, and it's pictured on the screen. You'll see Brendan Carr and Charlie Ergen. Brendan Carr, the FCC chair, and then Charlie Ergen, the chairman and president of Echostar, parent company of Boost Mobile. And there are reports that are coming out that the FCC chair, Mr. Brendan Carr, is urging heavily, making a final offer, if you will, telling Charlie he needs to sell the AWS-4 spectrum that he owns or has control of currently. All right, so the way this is set up, when he says like final offer, he's basically saying he's coming after him. You know, he's already said publicly that, you know, the status quo won't be good enough anymore in regards to the spectrum squatting and all this other stuff. Let me quickly just explain what is happening here. The AWS-4 spectrum that is in question in this story here is that it's like, I think it's 20 megahertz paired. It's the 2 gigahertz frequency. So it's, if you guys have ever connected to AWS band 66, it's that same stuff, right? It's a high power band. Dish, I think, has either 20 by 20 or 25 by 25 megahertz nationwide in it. And what I believe to be the case is Brendan Carr wanting to take it away from Dish or get it out of Dish's hands so that it gets put to use by Starlink, Elon, somebody else other than Dish. All right, so this AWS-4 spectrum is really, really valuable, and it's really capacity. It is really high capacity, and I've tested it. You guys have seen my speed testing and network testing from Dish. And, you know, like you'll see like 300, 400, 500 megabits per second on their network. And most of it is band 70 doing the work. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting. So it brings a lot of capacity to the table. We're talking about spectrum that likely is valued between $15 and $20 billion if sold at private auction. AT&T and Verizon would be involved 100%. All right. So, and last I checked, I think, you know, the spectrum would be just software upgradable by licenses. You would see I think antennas and radios are already capable of utilizing it. So it's not even any work that Verizon or AT&T would have to do. So it would draw a lot of value. Everybody knows this. Dish knows this. Brendan Carr knows this. The carriers know it. They're into Dish losing this. So you have a push from Brendan Carr to get the spectrum out of the hands of Charlie Ergen. He wants it for his own network. He wants it for his own value. This is kind of bullying. You know, I'm going to shoot it straight. I'm going to tell you guys always, you know, tell you the truth, be transparent. I think this is bullying. Dish, for its part in this, you know, I don't know. They, at least Brendan Carr says, they haven't built to the requirements. Dish says otherwise, right? That's where all this kind of lies. It's a messy situation. If Dish was to lose this, they would be losing a massive amount of capacity on their network. There are some analysts that say that it wouldn't be that big of a deal, though. And you know what? If Dish did lose it, right, it would negatively impact the network because it wouldn't be as competitive. It wouldn't be as good. But one would question, like, is there a problem with the Dish network not being fast enough, or is it a problem that the network's not big enough? You know, have they reached enough pops covered? They have enough tower sites. You know, they still rely heavily upon the AT&T and T-Mobile networks for roaming and those kind of things. Anyways, I just want to let you guys know about this. If I had to, you know, say where I think this is going, when the FCC is hunting for your head, you're in trouble. Especially a guy who has his, you know, his his heart set out on getting this kind of thing done. I mean, Brendan Carr was he met with Charlie Ergen and the president, and he told them to make a deal, and I don't think it's happening. I mean, this is a thing. It's absolutely a thing. The Dish network would get slower, wouldn't be as fast anymore. Could also open the floodgates for a liquidation of assets within the next year or two. Right? We know that's a risk also. But anyways, yeah, this isn't going to end well. Not at all. Not at all. And it sets an awful precedent too. Imagine being a carrier and seeing this play out. How would you feel about this? Just saying. What do you guys think? Let me know. Drop me some comments. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more videos. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.